Hey, great day, folks. It's Reginald Adams checking in from Galveston Island near Houston, Texas, on this beautiful planet Earth. Thought we'd come down this beautiful, hot, steamy, humid Monday morning and show the Earth some love and receive some of that love right back. And this time we're doing it once again in the form of a labyrinth. I want to talk a little bit more about the labyrinth itself and really the process and why we even do this. Here we're getting prepared to start what we call a 5-circuit classical design. And essentially our tools are rope, a stake, and a broomstick, which allows us to score the earth. A lot of different earth markers use different tools, but this is some of the most rudimentary materials that you'll need. We start by putting that stake in the ground. This will be the kind of the center of the design. And then we use these flags to mark essentially where the concentric circles will start and end for each part of the labyrinth design. In this case, we have a 6-foot center, 6-foot diameter, which creates a 3-foot radius. So from that stake to this first flag is 3 feet, and then each path will be 2 feet wide. So each additional stake is now 2 feet from the first one until we get 5 circuits. So that's going to create 6 concentric circles. And from those circles, we then start building out the turns, the entry, the exit out of the labyrinth. So just want to give a little more background on how we do this work. We're going to stop. I'm going to stop now so we can actually create it. I'm going to come back, let you see what that looks like before we go to the next level. So stay tuned. Hey, so what just happened, we completed the circles that we used to build the framework for the labyrinth. There's 6 concentric circles that create a 5-circuit labyrinth. And when I say circuits, the circuits are the number of paths from the center. So here where I have the stake is the center, and there's now 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we have what we call a buffer area, which will be the space around the labyrinth. And that will be blank, but then from there we'll go ahead and start embellishing these other spaces with different markings, symbols, iconography, and emotion, as we get to just freestyle. And this is the next step in creating our beach labyrinth mandalas. So we're gonna go ahead and dive back in, and we'll see y'all soon. Peace. All right, I'm back, and we are done for now, at least. Any art piece is truly never done. There's always something you can add to it or embellish upon. But from an expressive standpoint, we all feel very good about the work this morning. And so we're gonna call it quits for now. I'm about to put the drone up to get some aerial photos of the design. You can see it in the background. Pretty powerful to see artists collaborate. I think we're in an era of building, rebuilding, learning how to build together, learning how to harness our collective energies. And I'm blessed to get to practice this with some pretty amazing people. So I want to thank Rhonda and Katie Kadavian for coming out and being a part of this spiritual art, sacred space building journey that I'm on. And you guys will see some really cool footage in a bit. Otherwise, this is our 5-circuit labyrinth. 5 circuits again, 5 paths from the center. This one, the center is here, 6 feet wide in diameter. Each path is approximately 2 feet. We use a couple different size rakes to further kind of aggravate the sand to create the contrast that we need for the lines to show. And so each of these paths is 2 feet wide. There's 5 of them. Then we have what we call this buffer zone, which there's nothing here all the way around. It's about a 4-foot wide space that helps delineate the labyrinth away from the mandala. And then we have about 4 circles full of patterns and designs that were inspired by each of the artists today. They drew from their own inspiration, and we put this together. It's probably taken us about 45 minutes from start to finish. And so it's pretty amazing what a very small group, this is 3 people, I've worked with groups as large as 20 to do these sand labyrinth mandala installations, and I look forward to sharing this with more people. So just some background on the labyrinth. This is an ancient archetype. It's been around for thousands of years, found in all cultures around the world, and it's used as a walking meditation. There's the difference between a labyrinth and a maze is that there's no way to get lost in a labyrinth. There's no false turns, there's no dead ends. Essentially, there's one path in, and that same path will lead you back out, which becomes a metaphor for life. If you follow your path, you will find your center. You'll find the center of the labyrinth. If you follow the path, no matter the twists or turns, you will continue on that path. You'll get to the middle, and just as you entered into the world, we have to all exit. So if you follow that, get to the center, you follow that path back out, you'll get to where you began. And that's the cycle of life. This labyrinth is a metaphor for that experience. So a lot of people use it to contemplate, to meditate, to pray, to find inspiration. And here in Galveston, with the ocean as the backdrop, it's a perfect environment to distill your mind, filter out, just like we have to wear masks to filter out the viruses in the air. Well, the ocean is a natural filter. So it's a great location and a great venue to come and have a labyrinth experience. So the labyrinth experience would not be complete without the walk. Yes, come out to share this with the world, but at the same time, it's about your inner journey. And so part of that journey includes setting an intention. Usually the labyrinth walks begin, the ones that I facilitate begin with the idea of setting an intention. What is your why? What is it that's on your mind, on your heart? What is perhaps maybe troubling you? Maybe it's a eureka moment that you're seeking for discovery on inspiration for a new project you may be working on. And maybe it's just reflecting on the why you're here, but nonetheless, set the intention of your why. So as you walk in, you try to maintain a focus towards that why and that walk. And because there's no false turns, there's no dead ends, you don't have to worry about getting lost, and you just keep taking that step and the next step and the next step. And such with life, you keep taking those next steps, and you try to make your next step the best step. You will continue to fall in alignment with what you need and what the universe has for you. And I'm a believer in that. So this is why we do this. We hope to share more about the labyrinth in upcoming installations that we create, not only here in Galveston, but around the world. And so until the next time, this is Reginald Adams signing out from Galveston Island, Pier 29, 2900 Seawall at 29th Street on planet Earth. Wishing you peace, love, and light on the path. I'm out.